I made $7,500 in one day with just 2 trades. In today's video, we're going to break down those trades and give you a very deep analysis on why I took this trades to begin with, just to help you out for those of you who may be new to trading in general. So let's dive right into the charts right off the bat. Now, the very first trade that I took, the trade occurred between Wednesday the 6th and Thursday the 7th. And the very first trade that I took was on Apple. All right. And I was watching Apple for a very, very long time, especially because of the daily chart right here. There is a massive, massive bullish rectangle on the chart. And I was waiting for this thing to actually not just break, but also close above this line right here, 214.5. And then on Wednesday, pre-market, Apple put out this announcement that they were putting in, like they announced very good news pre-market on Wednesday and the stock liked it. Something about an extra $100 billion in investments in the US to make their products, something like that. All right. And also on the chart right here, what y'all see, there is a bullish pennant. Unfortunately for this thing, I missed the good entry. Why? Because it happened pre-market. The breakout occurred right here at 204. If it happened in the middle of the day, then I would have gotten this a lot sooner. All right, but because it's not the cleanest thing that I've ever seen. It looks a little sus. I ended up missing just that entire big move right there. But one thing that I didn't want to miss out on was the potential break of 214.5 in the afternoon, because they did say in that news that they were going to announce something in the afternoon. All right, so news mixed with structure leads to big moves like this. Now this is when I ended up getting it. So this is the 6th. I ended up buying Apple $220 calls that expired on Friday. All right, I bought them in the very last minute of market hours. 50 contracts for $2,000. And then I ended up selling them in the morning as soon as the market opened for a total price of 5,650 right there. All right, so let's dive back into ThinkorSwim. My entry was right here after we got the dip in the afternoon, which made the contracts a little bit cheaper. All right, and therefore a good entry to go back in, to go in long. And then the exit was as soon as this thing opened, I just got out of there. All right, I got out of there to make my $3,500 in profit overnight. So that's the first trade. Now, the next trade that I took between Wednesday and Thursday, because this wasn't the only stock that I was holding. The other stock that I was holding, let me go into 1 minute. It was NVDA. All right. Now, the reason why I took the trade on NVDA was because of a structure that appeared on the 5-minute. So this is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I like this one a lot because of the way it was moving intraday. It formed an ascending triangle that I was patiently watching for throughout the entire day, to not only form but to also break out during the day and hold, right? So we got the test of 79.4, the retest of 79.3, and then the test again followed by the breakouts right there. The structure is clean. We got the break and the retest, and the retest is very important. I was waiting patiently for this thing to actually hold above the line, and once I figured that it would, I decided to buy calls on NVDA. All right, I bought 30 calls of the $182 strike that expired on Friday for a total price of 2,460, right at 259 again in the very last minute. And my price target that I had for the video was 183. Okay, so we're gonna go back to ThinkorSwim. All right, so we got the structure, we got my entry, which is right here, right in this box. All right, and then this thing jumped just like Apple jumped. NVDA also jumped and I got close to my target, but not quite at my target. So this one I decided to just hold a little bit longer, get rid of Apple because it did what I wanted it to do, and then just focus on this one because it wasn't quite done yet. The one thing that I did like that made me not want to sell anything at all was how it held quite strongly out the gates above the pre-market lows. I like that a lot, okay? And I was just patiently waiting and waiting to see if it would turn, and ultimately it did, and it started to climb above 183 and just kept climbing and kept climbing. And once it got to 183, I started selling. I started selling half of my contracts, 15 contracts at 840, 10 minutes after the market opened, all right, for a total price of 3,165. And then I sold the remaining half 3 minutes later for 3,150 right there. And the reason why I sold it, again, two reasons. Number one, it hit the price target. And then number two, it started to get weak on the 1 minute time frame, which was good enough for me to not just get out, but also to be assured that it wasn't going to go higher and I was going to leave a lot of money on the table. All right, so that's pretty much the reasons why I decided to take a trade on these two stocks. And that is the end of the video. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment section of the video. I wanted to do something simple, something different, just to help out some of y'all who may be beginners and who don't know what to look for, or you want to know what kind of opportunities I look for in order to take trades. Okay, so definitely click on that subscribe button, like the video, also click on that subscribe button and click on the notification bell. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, because I did alert all of this in the Discord, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. Also, don't forget to follow social media at Paul and Gomena Patternology Lab on Instagram and on X. And lastly, to get some free stocks with Webull, you can use the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patternology Lab, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.